Just a day after the attack on the Capitol by supporters of President Donald Trump, members of South Dakota's congressional delegation are condemning the violence, but also looking ahead.
South Dakota's lone member of the U.S. House of Representatives, Dusty Johnson, says to look forward, we've got to get back to being able to disagree without being disagreeable.
Yeah, the margins in both the House and the Senate almost could not mathematically be tighter. And I think in that kind of an environment, clearly nothing meaningful is going to get done unless we are willing to identify some common ground between the right and the left. I'm a proud Republican, but I freely acknowledge that my party does not have a corner on all good ideas.
Mr. President,
Senator John Thune issued a statement to KELOLAND News. He says yesterday's attack on the Capitol must be fully investigated, and the guilty parties charged to the full extent of the law. It is high time we focus on the final steps for a successful transfer of power to a new administration in keeping with a long American tradition.
We may disagree on policy matters.
Senator Mike Round says he has agreed to co-sponsor a bill to create a 2020 bipartisan advisory committee that would make recommendations to the states. In a statement released today, he indicated he takes Congress's role in certifying the Electoral College very seriously, saying, after much consideration, it was my determination that the objectors did not present the necessary evidence or actions profound enough to gain my support. In fact, they presented no new facts whatsoever.
The democracy is fragile.
Now that Joe Biden is certain to become president on January 20th, South Dakota's 2 senators and 1 congressman are already seeing a shift in Washington, D.C.
And America works best when we're willing to take some of the best from that side and some of the best from my side to put together policy proposals that can really power this country. We're going to need that more than ever here in the months to come.
Johnson says talk of impeaching the president won't go anywhere. He says impeachment is a long, involved process, and it's not going to happen in 12 or 13 days.